Hey everybody, it's ASIC Eric again. Quick update. Pops and I came out here poking around with this trunk lid today, trying to figure out what we want to do here. For those of you who don't remember, the problem I had was this thing was too high over here before, hence why I was looking at doing something with this hinge. Well, after we moved things around and locked everything down, it's not actually that bad. It's basically about a 1/16 of an inch too high. It's really not that far off. So it's really making me question the wisdom of taking this whole hinge out and everything just for that. But in addition to that, this thing just doesn't line up worth a damn. This back corner you can see here is pretty wide, and then it tightens up right there. It's like the trunk's weird. It's got some funky wonkiness to it right there. This side over here is actually pretty good. Let's see here where we ended up. So we got good 3/16 of an inch up there. This is only about an 1/8 down here. This is a little too tight at the bottom. But the reason for that is trying to get this lined up here and this lined up here. You can see this still isn't even lined up here, so we're trying to pull this corner down, which of course is pinching off that corner over there and pinching off that corner over there. So basically there's no way we can get this thing lined up where everything's happy, in addition to the fact that it's too high over there. So we're putting the spoiler on and trying to look at that. The spoiler's off by like 1/4 of an inch or something here. It's not even close. This side's good over here. So everything on this side of the car's in pretty good shape, and everything over here sucks. This is too low right here. It sticks down too far. You can see I can't get my finger in over there and over here. It's got all kinds of room. The car has no damage back here, so it's never been hit. There's no Bondo or anything in the back of the car. Trunk lid, I don't see any Bondo in it either, but I don't know the history of this. If somebody 400 pounds sat on it over here and bent it or something or what, I don't know what the story is, but it's not good. It doesn't fit very well. The spoiler has a huge repair somebody did on it. The driver's side of this is broken, as you can see there. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to order a new deck lid and a new spoiler for it and see if that gets me any better shape before I start tearing into the hinges and stuff like that. We put this, I don't know what that panel is called, the upper valance or something, whatever that piece is. It fits up nice and snugly to the quarters on both sides. So it tells me these quarter panel lines are good. So the deck lid itself is the problem, I think. So this deck lid's in pretty good shape. As I showed you before, it's got a bunch of rust where the hinges are and stuff, so it's not perfect. It's probably salvageable. I mean, it is salvageable, but with all this wonkiness in it, I'm not sure I want to try to salvage it. So I'm going to look into that, see how much money it costs for all those pieces and how long it takes to get here and all that, and we'll kind of take it from there. And then we felt really frustrated because we're out here for 2 hours and basically got nothing done. So we took the sanding blocks to the the roof of the car just to feel like we could get something accomplished. So there was a big run in here that we sanded out, and we're going through and looking for the low spots and stuff. And you see this side of the roof's actually pretty good. There's not a whole lot going on. If you come around the passenger side, you can see the nightmare that it is over here. Just huge dent right here. That's like a 1/4 inch deep right there. Dents. So there's a lot of work that has to happen here, as you can see. So we're just kind of putzing around with that to show things there. But I did have a couple questions for you folks. Quarter panel over here, as you can see, there's this dent that runs all the way down here. It's a crease. It's not very deep. It's, I'm not even sure it's a 1/16 of an inch. It's probably less than that, like 32nd of an inch. I mean, it's pretty shallow. So would you recommend trying to pull that dent out, or am I going to cause more harm than good trying to pull that out? Because it doesn't look like there's super high spots on either side of it or anything. If I start yanking on the metal here, am I just going to create more problems? Yeah, it just had filler over it before. So should I just do the same thing there or what? And then the other thing, which is a general question, which I'm sure I'll get every answer under the sun. For the roof of the car here and everywhere else, the big dent areas, we will be sanding all of the epoxy off, pulling the dents and then putting body filler over it. But the whole thing needs a skim coat of filler because of all the little ridges left over from the rust pits and everything. So this whole thing needs to be skimmed over with filler. So the question is it okay to just scuff this thing down generously, 80 grit style, and put the filler on top of this epoxy, which has been sitting here for a couple of years? Or should I scuff this down, put a fresh coat of epoxy on it, and then put the filler on top of that? I don't want to sand all this back down to bare metal again because that exposes all those rust pits and everything to rust, so I don't want to do that. I'm not sure. You know, the whole idea of putting a filler on top of epoxy is kind of a third rail question, but I don't know the answer about whether you can put it on old epoxy with suitable grit or only on new epoxy. I've only put it on places where I put new epoxy down, so I don't really know the answer to that. So let me know what you guys think. That's going to wrap it up for today. Like I said, pretty frustrating day. We didn't really get a lot done. There's that big repair in the spoiler I was talking about. Anyway, that's going to do it. So take it easy, everybody. Talk to you soon. Oh, before I forget, sorry. I wanted to say a thank you to everybody for all your kind words on my last video about the health issues I've been having. Super awesome group of guys and gals out there. I really do appreciate all the comments, everybody. You know, that we look out for each other, even though we don't get to see each other physically. You know, I do feel like I'm part of a big family there with all you guys and gals out there. And there's a couple of gals, not a lot, but there's a couple that you know, say, hey, you know, I'm glad you're feeling better. You know, watch out for this type of medicine or whatever. You know, just looking out for each other and, you know, sending a comforting note when you need one. That really does help a lot. I wanted to say thank you to everybody for that. It's much appreciated. So thank you, everybody. Talk to you soon.